In a land where the sun scorches bright, a farmer's daughter her heart ignites. With freckled skin and blue bright eyes, in the desert's embrace her spirit flies. A family of legends holding the ground, in whispers of corn and the sweet-scented mound. Black market deals the fruits of their toil, protecting their home from the corporate soil. From earth to the stars where shadows creep, Eva Kano, she'll never sleep. Through loss and through pain, she'll find a way. With her dream in her hands, she'll seize the day. Years rolled on, now in Orison's glow, meetings lined up, her knowledge to show. Brentworth's care sent her shipments of light, governing bodies urgent fights for what's right. With whispers of mishap, she stands ever tall, navigating the chaos, she won't let them fall. In the heights of her struggle, she's learned to be brave, a warrior of hope, guiding those she can save. From earth to the stars where shadows creep, Eva Kano, she'll never sleep. Through loss and through pain, she'll find a way. With her dream in her hands, she'll seize the day. But the stars turn to nightmares, the void unforgiving. Pirates of fate where death was living. With courage and strength, she grasped at the light, a helmet of hope in the depths of the night. Now she races through meetings, the clock as her guide. With the pulse of the city, she'll not run and hide. From earth to the stars where shadows creep, Eva Kano, she'll never sleep. Through loss and through pain, she'll find a way. With her dream in her hands, she'll seize the day. So listen, oh universe, hear this tale of a girl who stood strong, who refused to fail. Through the struggles of life, her spirit won't break. Eva Kane in the stars, her legacy wakes. With the dawn of each new day, she'll rise and declare, in the battle for hope, she'll always be there.
Piloting the most cutting-edge ships, or traveling to the farthest reaches of the universe, forging connections that will last your entire life, fighting to protect your home and loved ones, or even learning what you're truly capable of. Those are just the perks. I'm Commander Ryan Enright. I fly Navy.
Beloved congregation of the Church of the Singularity, Welcome as we gather in this sacred space, connected by our shared understanding of the universe and our origins. Today, we celebrate the truth that we are all crafted from the cosmic fabric of creation, birthed from the singularity, the moment of the Big Bang that gave rise to all that exists. From the tiniest particles to the grandest galaxies, everything originated from that primeval explosion. In that moment, we were all one, energy, matter and consciousness condensed into a singular point. Let this truth resonate. We are interconnected, and our existence is a beautiful expression of the universe's desire for connection. As seekers of truth, we desire to return to that state of unity from which we came. We speak of rebirth, of entering the black hole in the Tamsa system, a cosmic gateway symbolizing the transition from life to the infinite. However, our path faces obstruction as the united empire of Earth erects barriers that prevent this sacred journey. Instead of embracing the truth of our cosmic nature, they perpetuate separation. Yet we, the faithful, must rise above, for our true home lies in that black hole, the embrace of the universe itself. Facing oppression with light. In this time of trial, we are called to embody love and unity. When confronted with the UE's control, we must remember that our strength lies in enlightenment. Let us shine our light into the darkness of ignorance, inviting others to see the beauty of the cosmos. Truth we share as children of the universe. Imagine the power to extend our earth.
From the cradle of earth, we take to the stars, with courage in our hearts and dreams that are ours. In the shadows and light, united we stand, defenders of freedom across this vast land. So rise up, citizens, heed the call. Together we'll fight, together we'll stand tall. Join the UEE, where the brave forge their way. For liberty's banner we'll march every day. Through the void and the unknown, we'll chart our own course. With squadron and ship, we will summon our force. The Vandal may threaten, but they'll never prevail. With honor as our guide, we will never fail. So rise up, citizens, heed the call. Together we'll fight, together we'll stand tall. Join the UEE, where the brave forge their way. For liberty's banner we'll march every day. Across the stars, our unity shines. With every challenge, the UEE entwines. From Terra to Vega, we'll never back down. In the face of the dark, our hope will astound. Through battles and peace, our legacy grows. For our children and their dreams, the future we chose. So join us in service. Your duty awaits. For the UE's strength will open the gate. So rise up, citizens, heed the call. Together we'll fight, together we'll stand tall. Join the UEE, where the brave forge their way. For liberty's banner we'll march every day. In the name of the empire, we'll honor the light. With bravery unyielding, we'll ready the fight. So take up your ship, and together we'll soar, forever united.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show, which is everything in my OBS no longer functioning. Hello, I send it. Welcome. I see you were here for... Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. Why do I hear double audio? The intro, lots of fun. Yeah, that's our, you know, you gotta embrace the spirit of the UEE around here. That's, how we get things accomplished. Because it is, without the UEE, we would not be around. Hello, Arcane DGR. Welcome on in. Hopefully y'all can hear me because I don't know what the heck why did these settings all change, bro? There we go. I think you guys can hear me. I can just do oh, I'm coming in perfectly fine. Thank you. We are currently on our way to Area 18 to kick off Humpday falling. As you got 3 free Starlink accounts and 1 Comcast bandwidth to spare. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. One day I do plan on getting what are those? It's like a little trailer to hook onto the back of my car so I can go camping, but also have the ability to still play with Starlink somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Can't wait for that. It's gonna be a fun day. Oh, that's right. You do a lot of stuff with like Starlink repairs and all that jazz, or something with Starlink. I forgot what it is. Play and not stream. Oh no, definitely play and stream. Dealing with the fallout of a 2-day panic attack. Oh dear, that does not sound great. Is the panic attack that you were a cheater and now your Canos banned? Oh no.
Warning, you are leaving a safe zone.
Bro, what? That's weird. Wow. Oh no. Well, I hope everything's going good for you, Arcane. Oh, you can see the little thing going through the city. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a tram. Unlike the Microtech trams that are all just lights, you can legitimately see that one. Where am I? When the upgraded anti-cheat, it affected many of us that use Linux. Oh, that's right. Are you a Linux user? I know maybe there were some people that were impacted. Why did you give me a large hanger, bro? I'm in a freaking arrow. Oh. Wow. That is unfortunate. I hope things work out well for you soon. Well, hopefully they actually are prompted now to find proper permanent solutions for all these Linux users that have just been forced to use a back door to play this game. 'Cause that's, I understand why it was on the back burner, but man, you got it solved 2 hours ago? Good. It's exciting. That means other people probably were able to make it that way too, unfortunately.
Welcome to the ASOP. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
When I say unfortunately, I'm hoping that like people that are actively cheating through those back doors are not having that problem. Mr. Must realized I was paying to test his stuff. So all my Starlight is free. Yo, that's awesome, dude. I wish I could get free internet. Although I'm kind of jelly that you're
Vehicle retrieval system.
using that now for free.
Your vehicle has
And
been please visit us again.
the whole testing aspect. That would have been fun. I like testing things. That's why I'm a Nuvo. It took you 2 days to do it, and you feel like your eyes and ears are bleeding. Yeah, that's understandable. I can drastically feel your pain, having to deal with all of the nonsense and tomfoolery that's associated with trying to get a game working again on the system that is not fully intended for it to be run on. All those they're not hacks, everything in place to stop you. But I'm glad that you got it done. Have I done Linux? I've done Rel 8 a little bit, and I've done some Red Hat 6 stuff. Not super a Linux guy. I know enough commands to be dangerous. Well, I was gonna use this ship, but I guess yeah, let's go ahead and do it. If we need these again, I'll just where's the door? There it is. Come on. What the? Oh, there it is. You're hoping for a new phone from Tesla, but I really don't need 3 phones. See, I send it. You're going in it with the wrong attitude, man. You always need more. Everything you need less of is what you really need more of. I love having 2 phones, a personal phone and a work phone, specifically because I really want to make sure that my pocket is just constantly as bulky as possible. How can you not enjoy that? Sounds like a great time.
All systems offline.
When you have to use internal terminal to load, adjust, and fly, and fix everything, it is just oh, I just tried to open the door with the thing there. It sets your teeth on edge. See, that's the only thing that I'm actually used to is running terminal commands on Red Hat, because enterprise level, working in the defense industry and working in aircraft simulators, that's essentially, nobody likes using GUIs because everybody's stuck in the 80s. So that's all I'm actually used to with Red Hat. But I definitely feel your pain on that. You almost bricked your system. Oh shit, dude. What kind of commands are these that you're running? We actually, at my job, we bricked a small computer that was provided by one of our suppliers, and that was simply because all we did was put a delay in the boot process, and then it completely bricked their system. And we talked to them about it. They're like, that's not possible. And then we're like, okay, we'll go to adjust the setting. And they went and adjusted their setting in their own internal machine. We're like, oh shit, we replicated it. That's a problem. So I'm all sorts of familiar with, unfortunately, bricking systems. It's asserts. It's a dual thing for you when you know what you're doing. You prefer terminal commands when you're flying blind. Oh wait, I shouldn't have closed this. No! Let's see if I can hurt myself. All right, that seems like a bad idea. Oh, uh-oh. Well, we're here now. All right, nailed it. Yeah, that's totally understandable. Terminal commands, flying blind, definitely are scary. What do you? I don't know what.
Welcome.
I don't know what penguin is closest to in terms of Red Hat. And testing is testing. That is very true. Also, I just woke up from a 30-minute power nap, so I'm a little tired. Work today was a lot of fun. Made a lot of progress on a lot of things, but made a lot less progress on things that I was hoping I would make progress on, so we are where we are. We're trying to actually trying to figure out how we can get Red Hat on one of our systems to essentially auto log in and then start running a command within the system. And it has been an absolute pain, to say the least, because this system runs a VM that is required to run, but only likes to run when it's in GUI. So it's been not grand, not a good time. Where is the Atlas? We'll have fun with this, why not? At least with GUI, there's room for mistakes and safeguards are usually in place. That's true. I've learned. I've definitely learned with command scripting. It's it can definitely be very unforgivable. But most of the time, whenever I'm doing it for certain, like, I always try to make sure that I'm looking for alternatives to undo whatever happens. Like when I'm searching for things on Google's and trying to understand what my next steps are, before I run a command to test something and see if something works, I will always make sure I have like another tab that says, how do I undo this if I accidentally do this? Because I've definitely been in this situation before in Red Hat 6, where I've done something on accident. I was like, oh shit. And it was a scary moment, so I know exactly how you feel. It's just glad that Cheeto didn't say anything today. Honestly, after I got home, I just like passed out because I was so tired. So I don't know anything that's really happened in the world right now. I know they released a survey. Everyone should go do it on the CIG side, talking about the economy and what your expectations are with the economy right now and where you would like it to go. So take 5 to 10 minutes out of your day and do it. You still don't know exactly what you've done to fix it, but after 20 something testing, it worked. Good. That's good. Is that using the service for it to stream to like your Linux PC? Because don't you use that service? I forgot what it was called. The CIG economy is absolutely horrible. I agree. Right now. In that survey, one of the things they ask you to do is like, if you had unlimited money and you had unlimited access to everything in the game, describe your perfect, describe exactly what you would see as a perfect economy, which felt like an interview question, to be honest. But, essentially, if anybody was on Kemi's stream or here on Saturday, when we kind of talked about the economy a little bit, I essentially went in. Developers are way too clueless for the real world. I mean, I would say part of it is not necessarily the developers. They're doing probably what they're told. My guess is there's a lot of things that are in place right now, or not in place right now within the game, which is why the economy currently is the way it is. But like I was saying, the way that I essentially described the economy to them in my response was, I really would hope that they have a mixed player base and NPC driven economy, where if the player economy doesn't have everything in place to support it, the NPC economy essentially picks up the scraps and only provides a necessity of what's there. But the economy needs to rely on the player base to essentially provide everything. Why can't I move? What is happening? I did not push the buttons this time. Okay. Uh-oh. Why are we bricked? We talked about bricking things. It is bricked. Can I get out? What the? Let me see. Catch back up to Arcane DGR. Maximum settings, remote high-end computer, rent. Yep. That part I remember. Use a cheap laptop to play Star Citizen. That's good. By remoting into hardware. Yep. Good hardware, not a VM. Yeah. So essentially you're using an extremely high-end server that has insane GPUs and a highly dedicated CPU processor to go. There we go. Sometimes you just have to get in and out. It's cool that that works so well. I know, like, because I travel so much, some of the hotels I've gone to, the what's it called? The internet is not actually fantastic in most of those places, so I'd wonder how that would work well. Bruh, you're joking, right? Like, I can't even get this thing up the ramp. Okay. How can you do this to me? No. Oh. Lots of choice. Moonlight is very low latency. Well, I would hope so. Either if I'm assuming if it wasn't, you probably wouldn't use it. Is this a military game? Completely clueless economics. They're clueless. They need military historian and economic advice. I agree. I think they definitely need to have it better. In my opinion, this should not be a military game. Star Citizen itself is not a military game, base game. Squadron 42 is a militarized game that is specifically focusing on the UE. There we go. It lowered it a little bit. Let's see. The UE Navy. So that is where the military piece in the story is driven. But the economy right now and to date has only been an NPC driven economy. We need an economy that relies on the players that have jobs to fulfill what the economy is needing to be, which we just don't have. Also, every single one of their military ships are designed extremely poorly, so they definitely need to get somebody who knows how military ships should be designed, in my opinion. There would never be a militarized-esque ship that has its entire bridge completely separated and dislodged from the rest of the ship. A bridge on a huge spaceship on a military ship would likely be centralized within the ship and nowhere near the outside at all. I agree. Dual bridges, yeah. I don't think that. Oh no, tree honey's here, everybody. Run! We gotta end the stream. Ah. PSC. Moonlight to connect to the computer. Maybe it doesn't rely on players, that the players' actions do have a noticeable effect. So, in my opinion, also hi tree. It's always good to see you. In my opinion, the NPC side should only really pick up on the economy when the player base is slacking to support it. And the reason why that's important is because of this right here. In contracts, it gives value to hauling, and it gives value to resource hunting, and it gives value to players actually doing something with the commodities they get. And until they get that kind of thing going, players who are doing this type of work, like going out mining, going out salvaging, getting RMC and all that jazz, there's no value for a player to have those commodities other than to sell it and make UEC. If we had an economy that was driven based off of how much people can actually find in the verse and how they sell it, that will actually stimulate a somewhat natural economy for down the road when we actually have like tiered items. And yeah, crafting, exactly. And it will bring value for crafting, because at some point certain number of people are going to need you know, high-end stuff, and in my opinion that should only be provided by players. NPCs should never be able to provide that. Let's see. We want to go off of this rock and somewhere else. I think I actually might go to Pyro and run in Pyro. I haven't actually done any hauling missions in Pyro yet, and I think it would be fun to try, fun to die with, and all sorts of fun. You can drive IRL and see 10 billion in wasted taxpayer money on useless broken ships. Yeah, I mean, that's just it. Like, right now you can go around the verse, right? You see a bunch of ships that are just sitting there, and if you ask the question, why are they sitting there, it's because we don't have an economy to go and clean them up and bring those parts that were used to create them back into the economy. So there's no incentive for us to be like, oh, there's a shortage. Why is there a shortage? Because there was a ton of people who just leave their ships everywhere. Okay, well, can we fix that shortage now by going out and scrapping those, scrapping all that and bringing it back in? Yeah, we can. But that requires them to actually do some work like that. All right, yeah, I think I'm gonna try to go to Pyro. I agree with that. I'm fine with ships costing more. In the end, I think ship cost is likely going to just fall off the planet, because most people, once crafting comes in, are going to find that it's a lot cheaper for them to probably craft it if they can just get the materials. But yeah, I agree. I think when you purchase a ship, it should be extremely expensive. And the first ship you actually buy comes with the blueprint. The blueprint will give you the ability to create and craft the ship again. But obviously the first one you get is actually a free ship, just like a car from a dealership, and then if you break it, it's up to you to actually fix it again. Redwind is not easy due to many ground-based pickups and drop-offs. I don't know what Redwind is. What is that? Is that, oh, is that the, sorry, that was the, we were talking about the hauling mission. Bruh. Right? I think you were. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. See, I haven't done any of those there. I don't mind the going down there and picking that stuff up from the ground. It brings a little bit more value, I think, to the gameplay. And I'm not just going to a station in a protected hangar. I have some risk associated with it. And Maybe I can talk to somebody who's there trying to murder me one time. Why? Okay, jump. There we go.
Travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Yeah, as long as the lift works. Yeah. Hopefully the lift works. We'll see. It'll definitely be a time, that's for sure. Alright. I do need to stop at the Pirate Gateway because I need to go pick up a max lift. I do not have one right now. In fact. And I need to go to the med bed. Do I have that thing? Oh. That's right. Need to go into this. Okay, good. I don't have it here anymore. Whoop. There we go. Wow, it was said in love. What? What are we loving? Non-functional lifts make whole effort frustrating. That is very true. Very, very true. It's an unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Oh, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. I see. There you go. I apologize. I didn't realize that you had mentioned that. My apologies. Hillbilly crafting will be fun, I say. Hillbilly with affection because they saved me. ARL. Hillbillies saved you? Really? What did they do to win over your love with all of their affection? Yeah, I apologize for that. Bruh. You can just keep trying different ways to say it. I need to insert hydration reminder. Sure, you got you. Here, let me see if I can. You hear the straw? I drank after stroking my straw ever so gently, so you could hear it. But my moderator chat is catching the word hillbilly and doesn't stop me from saying that. Alright, let's make our way. Alright, I'm just gonna put cruise control on. Guys, don't let me die while I try to look at my mod settings.
Shields on.
Why would you put me on the other side, bro? What's wrong with you? Let me see. They really don't make it easy to have to modify something sometimes. Settings, moderation. I don't even think I have that word like red listed, so that's just auto mod going off on a fucking tangent here. I see your messages, I swear, I do. I'm trying to do 3 things at once. Trying to land, trying to get auto mod done, and read chat at the same time. I apologize for not being as attentive
Landing gear
and a good
down.
streamer.
Landing
Nailed it.
complete.
You would think that Crusader would have the most damaged noses on the planet. Okay. Automod rules. Let's see what we got going on. None. Discriminatory. You know what? We're just gonna put everything on none. Alright guys, you can reign free on all your discriminatory things. Right about now. Apparently everything was set to max. There you go. See, it went through that time without any problem. I know what I'm doing, I think. Let's see. All right, catch him back up. All right, now we got a band, Tree Honey. Wow. It works. Yay. We can say cunt freely. All right, catch him back up. You have roots that trace back to Tennessee. Bound to be somewhere there. Yeah, Tennessee. Tennessee's fun. I like Tennessee. I've driven through there. I have a lot of good friends that live there now. I don't like going through Chattanooga and driving through there. That place is a fucking shit show. In terms of traffic, not in terms of people. But other than that, I like Tennessee. They fixed my vehicle in the Sand Wars. Glad they could think outside my university brain. Could think. Is that like dune bikes? Or not dune bikes, dune buggies? Is that what you guys, is that what you're referring to when you say Sand Wars? You guys have a dune buggy building contest in college or something? I was gonna bug you in chat, but I'm glad I checked to see you were streaming first. you can come bug me in chat. Having all sorts of fun here. I'm gonna be doing exactly what my title says at some point throughout the day. Might be 2 hours from now, but eventually I'll get to hauling. Pouring. How dare you? I'm already close to death, game. Stop with your zero oxygen pockets around this frickin' station. Pouring over Linux, almost everything else seems delightfully simple. Yeah, I agree with that. I swear to God, people that love doing terminal scripting and commands like that in Linux have a problem. Like, I don't understand how there is literally, at my work, there are certain people who absolutely refuse to use the GUI interface. And they are so adamant about, I'm like moving my hands around like you guys can see it. But they swear that they can't use the GUI and the only thing they can use is the command script. And I'm just like, or the CLI. I'm just like, bruh, please, for the love of God, learn how to do something other than command scripting. There we go. Let's go get ourselves all healed up. It's my favorite curse word. Oh, really, eh? I think that's right. You're from Canada. Ironically, you know, I've been to Australia. They don't say cunt as much as everyone thinks they do. Granted, I will say, in the UK, I have never heard the word cunt used so much in my entire fucking life. It blows my mind how, like, opposite my expectation was with that word. I was like, holy crap. Blew my mind. You're in Southern California, but moving to Australia. Oh, really? You moved to Australia? Dude, congrats, bro. You're a Canuck. I love Australia. I hope you do also love Australia when you go there. It is a wonderful country. Everyone there that I've met is absolutely incredible and amazing. Their food there is significantly healthier than anything in the US. Everything that wants to kill you usually also stays away from you in Australia, so you have to work yourself pretty hard to go hunting for things that are going to kill you. And the big spiders are pets, so it's a win-win for everyone. I don't know why everyone's so upset about Australia. C-word was a great compliment. Very womanly and good childbearing hips. True. Facts. I like to keep my childbearing hips out, you know. Helps keep the screamers down a little bit. Nope. Tracked. Here we go. You love all the words, but on a personal choice, tend to only use them in situations where they are a delight and powerful. It's good wisdom. I say it to my boss all the time, which is a delight and powerful. You need to get a work visa? Wait. I'm too old to get a work visa in Australia without $5 million. Oh no, I can't have both of these? Ugh. Alright, I might have to buy a backpack. I didn't realize that they made it so that way light armor only has one attachment point. That's wild. That's a new change. I don't remember that being there. Yeah, every time I've been to Australia, the work visa thing is a pain. It's even worse if you have to get an EIN, if you know what that is. I do not recommend having to go through the Australian tax process. It is an absolute fucking pain. What's up, Kimmy? Good to see you. Your buddy has been in Australia for 5 years now. You get to send pictures of animals all the time, especially frogs, which I love. I didn't push anything. Oh. Hey there.
Shut up and take my money.
STAR-LXVG, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh. Look at that. Never mind. STAR-LXVG, my friend. We have our first winner of the day, you guys. Can you see that on stream? Oh, you can. I don't know why there's no option to ban people and report them on Kick. I don't want your community shit. Don't tell me to add you on Discord either. Sounds like the biggest scam on the planet. Let's see. I lost myself when I heard that happen. Where were we talking about? Australia? Yeah. Ironically, so I was up near Cairns in Australia and found a lovely beach that was just riddled with all these cute little blue tiny things that were like about the size of my thumb. Petting them was always a smart choice. Definitely would recommend.
Hi.
And it's beautiful.
If there's anything I can help you with.
Absolutely beautiful. I don't know what I'm doing. Where is the armor store? There it is. So much to keep up with. Yeah. Especially while trying to run around. It's a lot of fun. Let's see. But anyway, STAR-LXVG, I appreciate your follow on Kick to get immediately banned for post and spam. You mentioned the planetary tech would be implemented with one planet. That's true. You did, Kemi. You hit that on the head. Now the real question is it going to be in Nyx or is it going to be here? That's the real question we got to ask. Oh, cool. I can put these on. What is this? Oh, that's a fat backpack. The closest thing I think is going to be the red. So we'll go with red. Look at, you're not getting channel points. I don't have what's it called, status affiliate. And then I could have applied for it a long time ago, back when I streamed way long time ago, but I haven't redone it since because I just haven't met the requirements again for it until probably more recently. Don't worry, if you guys want me to redeem things that you find in other chats, you can certainly post them in the chat, and then maybe something will happen. Where am I going? Where do they have kiosks? Is it up here? Oh, it is up here. Let's get that done. Yeah, I was actually holding off on it. Oh, this just looks dumb. But at least I can hold two things now. I was holding off on it for a long time Yeah, I get. I knew what you were saying. Specifically, you need your hydrate button spam. Don't worry, I can drink again. See. I got you. Yeah, so originally when I was able to apply for affiliate, I intentionally what the fuck is that? Is that a Molotov cocktail? It's awesome. Originally when I was able to apply for affiliate, they had the restrictions in place still for multi-streaming, and at the time, as long it's a Jameson bottle, gotcha, that's cool. At the time, I was intentionally not trying to be an affiliate because it allowed me to multi-stream still. Now, they've kind of relaxed those rules quite a bit, so, and now we're streaming to 4 platforms, which is great. And now I'm not going to be penalized for it. Let me see if I can go to the hangar first here. Let's see. Kimmy, I see what you're saying, man. How did this scallop hunting go? Oh, you went scallop hunting? I send it, dude. Kansas, Vegas. Hey, I've been to Kansas. I send it. Kansas is amazing. I love Kansas. I stayed on the waterfront there. Definitely would recommend for everyone. If you haven't been to Cairns, go there. It's fantastic. Kansas in Australia. It's CAIRNS. It's about 30 minutes away from the Great Barrier Reef by boat. You can go swim the Great Barrier Reef, and you can also watch at nighttime. The entire sky gets filled with bats. It's lovely. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Oh god, I already fucked up. This is why I don't click things right away. Great to see the community fighting for the game. They love CIG slamming down the hammer. Yeah, I mean, I know we talked about it. Literally the day before they made that announcement, they definitely, it was anticipated, I think, by many people. They were just gonna say, all right, we're tightening up. Now, the real question is, are they gonna maintain those reins? I don't know. We'll see. This did not spawn. What the heck?
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Maybe it's because it's in the C2.
Your vehicle has been. Please visit us again.
Ah,
Goodbye.
it did. Thank God it did not auto bring the Atlas up. But yeah, I'm actually really excited and happy that they threw out the EAC tightening. Even though it sucks for people who are in VR and sucks for people that do Linux, I think I'm really hopeful that it's actually going to push CIG to come up with more realistic solutions for those players and not just, here's a back door, we know about it, you can use it. Did glamping on the sailboat over the holiday weekend. Lots of harvesting of seafood. Oh, that's nice. Did you catch any, did you guys do like hardcore fishing, or did you guys do netting, or trying to, what kind of boat were you on? You said a sailboat? How big is a sailboat? Apollo or the Meteor? I don't know, Kemi. Legitimately, I have no idea. By the way they've been producing leaks, I'm still gonna say the Meteor because it seems to be the most, the closest to being done. The last word we heard on the Apollo before this last sneak peek was that it was entering gray box, I think was the last I heard about it. So I'm kind of surprised. I would be surprised if we get the Apollo tomorrow. Also, I really hope we don't get the Apollo anytime soon. More or less because I want to make sure that we have the gameplay to back up the necessity for the Apollo, and medical gameplay does not exist still. Money on the meteor? I really hope so. Alright, I called... Oh, that's right, I forgot that this station doesn't like the Alt-N. Don't they. Boop. Bad touch. Yeah, no real medical gameplay that exists right now, unfortunately. If we want... That's like the whole thing. My whole thing with medical ships was they really need to bring in Death of a Spaceman, or they need to bring in the whole value to not losing your ship or not needing to die before they have that type of stuff, so that way people have a necessity to go out and actually save you. But right now we just don't have that necessity.
Thank you.
Oh, I just see this person's name. Oh no, that's what they named their Idris. That's an Idris. Wait. Actually, that is... Wait, why can't I see their name? Operating and surgical room? Yeah, exactly. This guy is Cycleoth. I don't know who that is. I love that I can scan an Idris from 30k away. That's probably one of my favorite additions now to the game. Now I know who's always near me. CIG, I think you actually did the scanning thing right here, in my opinion. I like it. Now, if you can implement something like this for players, in being able to scan a player and detect who they are from their Mobi, that would be top notch. Oh, he's entering the tunnel and I can still see him. Look at that, that's funny. Oh, we're going in. I'm not paying attention. Alright, boys, let's see if we can navigate this while reading chat. Oh, never mind, chat stopped moving. We'll be good. Hey, look, I have the line. I didn't have the line the last like 10 times I came in here. Came through here with a small ship, but now I have it. Interesting. Oh, bro. Trying to legitimately navigate this following the line is so damn impossible. Oh boy. You don't believe we will have time? Think surgery processing game, more of selecting and pressing buttons and replacing limbs, maybe full operations on crew member NPCs. Oh, that was bad. I shouldn't have done that one. Making it, boys. We're doing this. Uh-oh. I hope it doesn't drop me out randomly. Whenever you start seeing these glitches on your screen, it means you've been close to the edge too much. And if you approach the end gate with this much, sometimes it'll drop. Okay, good, it stopped. If you have those effects, because you've been scraping the edge for too long, sometimes it likes to just completely drop you in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Cammy, don't look. I swear, this is Stanton. It's just orange. Everything is friendly here. You don't have to worry. I would be shocked if we have any form of actual like surgery at all. I think it's going to end up just being what we have on med beds, and at some point they're probably going to remove that, and it's just going to be we're going to have we're gonna require a person to be on the opposite side to use it. But we'll see. See me heading back home? Hey man, I'm doing some deliveries, alright? As my title very clearly says, we're doing Humpday hauling. And I'm helping out the very needy citizens of Pyro. And I'm hoping that we can actually get missions to work here. And by missions, I mean I hope the elevators work. You're being a NASCAR speculator, hoping it goes well, but kind of thinking a hacker will show up. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not. I think it's probable that we're always going to come through and find hackers throughout the development cycle of Star Citizen. It really always will end up boiling down to what is CIG going to do? And will they continue to hold this zero tolerance ban policy? Because if a hacker shows up, you might experience something weird one time, and you might see the same thing happen where everyone dies on a DGS. But if they don't actually do it more than once, would you ever know it was really a hacker? If no one else talks about it? Medical before death of a spaceman? I think we need some form of medical before death of a spaceman. I also think that death of a spaceman will be updated, or not death of medical will have to be updated after their form of death of a spaceman releases. Because in my opinion, death of a spaceman is what brings value to medical gameplay. Because it drives people to need to stay alive to keep their rep and keep their influence within the game. Without that, you don't have any actual value in medical gameplay. I mean, sure, you might have people flying around and rezzing, but look at it now. You know, that completely died off once they made every single med bed usable for resuscitation. I really do hope they do the right thing as well with banning behavior. I know I've submitted several requests, or by several I mean 2. I've only submitted 2. In the 5 years I've played this game, I've submitted 2 requests to ban a hacker. The first one was a legitimate hacker where he was flying around in a Spartan or a Centurion like it was an arrow in the middle of space. We got that, we reported it. That guy, I'm fairly confident, is no longer with us in the community. Wow, that sounded way more morbid than it needed to be. And then the other time was when we actually had people who were stream sniping a brand new player. And when I mean brand new, I mean she literally picked up the game and jumped in. We convinced her to do a box mission, and this person followed her to the site, stole her box, stayed around the site so that way she couldn't get the box back, and then after she managed to somehow get the box out of their ship when it fell out, he just pad rammed her at that location. And then when she respawned at our corp in Area 18, he again followed her all the way there, waited for her hangar to open, and then rammed into her ship as she was leaving the hangar. That's a legitimate person who was griefing, and in my opinion that needs to be bannable. And they got a 3-month ban on their account, so they came back over time. But I agree, they definitely need it. Timeout needed? Exactly. We also found out that that person was a member of GrieferNet, who was also kicked out of GrieferNet, funnily enough, a while ago. So it just makes me wonder what kind of person you are to be kicked out of Griefernet, you know? Let's see, what is this? Orb! Orb Pyro 3, Shepherd's Rest on Pyro 3. Should be enough as long as you got a ship that can handle 4 SCU. Also, Headhunters. Let's do Headhunters because we're Headhunter. Let's see, never mind. Oh, there we go. Okay. We need to go to Golden Riviera, which is not here, right? Oh, it is. Nice. Why is the mission not accepted? No! It kicked me out of the public lobby. How dare. Did I have this mission accepted? I've noticed that missions haven't been tracking a whole lot, which is kind of weird.
Quantum travel engaged.
Yeah, that's a good kick in the groin. I think that's what you meant by group. A good kick in the groin to reset the synapses. Yeah. Some people feel like they're very well protected behind their bubble of the screen, and that allows them to be a dick to everyone.
Quantum travel complete.
And they apparently think that they're just invincible. But then, you know, every once in a while they need reality to set in for them, and the hundreds or thousands of dollars they spent on something that gets taken away from them all of a sudden brings a realization and that things are they probably should change, unless they just got money to throw away, which I don't think many people do. But yeah, I completely agree. Kemi, did you fill out the economy survey? I don't remember if you said you did or not. I'm actually surprised. I don't have any. Look at this, Golden Riviera, not a single ship in sight. And a bunch of ships to mine, or a bunch of stuff to mine. Everyone says pyro is scary. Eh. You're invested, but you don't want to throw it away. Oh yeah, you did post it in general, that's right. I read it, and I just completely forgot you did that, to be honest. Oh cool. I didn't even know that they had these things right next to these pads. That's great, except they're facing the wrong way. Now, how am I gonna be able to do this effectively? That's the real question. You know, they really need landing lights on this ship. Like, how can I not see the ground below me here right now? Right there, maybe? Right. Yeah, there we go. Let's throw these bad boys up. Make it look like we actually tried. Okay. Nailed it.
Engines off.
Yeah, I've got your eye and whiskey thanks to CIG. Nice. I wish, well, not I wish. If I had more money, you know, like a lot more money, and I were honestly able to throw more money at this game, I would probably do it. Mostly because I want to see the game succeed, because I've never seen any game that does anything near or like what this game does, and I legitimately enjoy playing it. Sometimes it's frustrating, but sometimes the frustrations are worth putting up with. I probably should have turned off my lights so people don't think I'm actually here. Also, I apologize, but it's gonna be dark. Ooh, it's a little, wee little stuttery. storage access. Where's the shop? I need the shop. The Donde. Oh, there's a person. Hey, Picos! Stolen Picos. And a Pico ball! Alright guys, where's the shop? I've been here a handful of times, but usually it's to engage in PvP. So I don't 100% know where this stuff is. You always don't show up in your P test every 3 months. That's good. Are you getting tested every 3 months? Is that what you're saying? That's more storage access. Well, I see a ton of storage access, but I don't see a ton of access to the shop front here. Where's the shop? Oh, this is the shop. Okay. 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 Nope, that's more storage access. That goes back outside. Okay. Eventually, we will find the shop. Okay, it says the shop is this way. Yeah, I'm definitely in a position in my job where I'm not allowed to do any of that stuff, and plus I don't have a necessity for it, so I go to bed just fine without any problems, and I don't have any true medical issues that require me to use those, so I will, as long as I can, try to avoid having to use that stuff. There we go. All right, I don't know where the commodity shop is. Kemi, you come to Pyro all the time. Where's the commodity shop, man? You gotta help a friend out here. Damn, my lights are so bright, it's lighting up the walls over here. One, two, three, four, five. Oh. What's the combination I put on my luggage? You resisted for 50 years? That's good, man. I'm sure once you hit a certain age, it probably doesn't matter too much. And you probably do end up needing it more the older you get. I just intentionally want to preserve my time and enjoy life the way that it is without having to need any of that stuff. Okay, well, I'm at a loss. Deliver SUA. Maybe I just have to pick it up, actually. You know, I didn't think about that. Like, usually every game or every place you go, back when I used to run these all the time, all you had to do was go to the elevator and pick it up. I guess we'll go try that now, eh? Look at that, there's a person chilling up there. Holding... Whoops, that's not what I wanted. What appears to be a tractor beam, almost. Oh no, he's got a D54. Alright, let's try this out. Oh, that reminds me, actually. Let me go into my Caster Labs, change the settings. Okay, I'm going back down. That was exciting. There we go. Alright, what are the odds of my shipment being immediately available here and the cargo elevator working? Hey, there we go. I hear it moving. Let's go. You get your new knee in a few months and your other knee is doing great. Tinnitus is pain, but you work all the time. Yeah. I have done my due diligence when I was younger, and still am pretty young, actually, I should say. Hearing for me is like one of the most important things, and I want to make sure that I preserve my hearing as long as I can. I love listening to things, and I would just hate to have that like taken away. Get out of the way. Same thing with sight. Like, out of anything, if I had to take drugs to make sure that I kept those two things with my body to make sure that they're functioning beyond anything else, I would do that. I would get rid of my arm to keep my sight and my hearing. But then again, I'm also crazy, so. Potassium. Wear hearing protection on highways. Yeah. When I rode all the time, it's definitely loud. You know, I wore a full protected jacket. I didn't wear any like padded pants or anything like that. I just wore jeans, but I definitely wore a padded jacket. My helmet was pretty expensive. Definitely wasn't one of the cheap ones that you can buy. And I had a headset that protected the audio and sound of the road because goddamn, it's loud as hell. Getting a new island soon also? What is that? You mean like are you missing an eye? And you need a new cover? All gear all the time, exactly. I remember one of the worst experiences I've ever had riding was going through rain in the middle of the night, and it was still like 68 Fahrenheit, which is, I don't know, like 20 something Celsius. And I've never been colder in my entire life trying to get home. Definitely would not recommend having to ever do that if you can avoid it. I don't know how people do it, like long-term riding, but they also usually have closed jackets that they ride to get through that stuff too, or they stop. But I needed to get home that day because I hadn't seen my dog and let her out. Would not recommend. Hot days are awful. True, especially if you're wearing a closed jacket that doesn't have any, it's not breathable. Closed jacket, like, oof, couldn't do that. Yeah, the wind is a hairdryer. Yeah, it's just going through and it feels like it's just getting hotter and hotter as you're riding, and then you have to deal with the heat from the motorcycle at the same time. Around your legs, so everything's just hot. I don't think there's anybody around. Oof. That's rough, man. Sorry to hear that. Glad that you're okay though, out of that experience, and you didn't lose more. What is... Oh, okay. It is only like AK on Bloom. That's good to know. You're riding back and got stuck in DC Interstate over the summer. Oof, that sounds miserable. I would not recommend that in the slightest. Why? Why would you torment yourself that way, Tree? Especially if you were like still in traffic. Like if you're barely moving, at least you have some air. But if you're stopped in traffic on a highway and it's just hot as shit, that's fucking terrible. Can't ride without a helmet. It's weird feeling the nice air on my bald head. Yeah, I rode once without a helmet. Never again. Because I went on the highway, I forgot my helmet. Long story short. I went on the highway and I couldn't hear a goddamn thing around me. The wind was so incredibly loud that I was just like, nope, we're done. Never making that mistake again. What the? Okay. Sometimes my cord gets stuck, and it is a pain. You were so upset and had to apologize profusely. Oh yeah, you're hot, you're angry. Yeah. It's not you, I swear. It's just so fucking hot. You're not you without a Twix. Here's a Twix tree. Yeah, I've driven through DC once, and it was on a taxi, and it was to go from one airport to another. Never again. There's only a handful of airports in the United States I will airports or locations I will actively avoid. DC is one, New York is another, and Charlotte is the other. All three of those airports, fucking terrible. Do not recommend for anyone. The wind wasn't... Oh, wait, I'm pretty sure I cried out of frustration when we finally stopped in an air-conditioned gas station. Yeah, I know that feeling. Just finally getting the reprieve of cool, where you're not hot, sticky, and feel like shit. You're on a modded e-bike. Ooh, does the modded e-bike go like 40 miles an hour? Legally, of course. On the road? Or on the sidewalk, sorry. Because you should drive bicycles on sidewalks, right? George Bush International is the best airport in the country. That might be true, but I'm never flying Southwest, so they can get wrecked. You rode through New York and didn't want to stop. It was insane. We almost got hit a few times. Yeah, I went to New York. I flew into I can't move. Exciting. Oh, I am moving. What is happening? There we go. Not LaGuardia. It's the one that starts with an N. Anyway, I flew into there. Into New York, and driving through New York was like driving through Puerto Rico. It's like lanes didn't seem to exist, and people were happy to go either extremely fast around you, or you're passing people that are going like 20 miles an hour on the highway. And when traffic built up, apparently lanes that aren't even in existence just miraculously come into existence. I don't understand it. Like, it kind of just blows my mind. Oh, we're over here. We have a top-down hangar. Nice, nice. Oh, going a little fast. Alright, I'm not bad at landing, but I'm not gonna try fitting an A or a C2 into a drop-down hangar here. I don't do too much. However, it would be good if I had my landing gear down before we touched tips, you know?
Landing gear down. Landing complete. Launch complete.
There we go. Look at that. Nailed it.
Engines off.
You were a passenger princess, sitting on the side of the bike the whole trip. Wait, on the back of the bike, or was it? Do you have does the bike that you're riding in have a little car on the back? Ah, that'd be so fun to watch a sidecar bike. Wonder what that would be like, actually. 40 miles an hour, but solid 250, not best weight on an e-bike. 9 out of 10 landing. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'd love to be like, just experience a sidecar just to see what it's like with riding, because I haven't ever had that experience and I feel like it'd be really fun. Although I would be terrified being the person on the back of the bike and like in New York. That it just sounds terrifying to me. Oh, you said on one of the giant trikes? Man. Trikes scare me just because you have the ability to roll forward and diagonally, and if that thing tilts at all in that direction, you're done. Like, you're gone with that thing, and you better hope to everything that you pray to that that thing does not land on top of you, because if it does, you're done. Want a sidecar on your e-bike? Yo, that would be funny. I'd love to watch that. Just get it for like a cat or something, or a dog, and just have it there. All right, we got. Do we have new contracts yet for hauling? No. Maybe I need to go to like an actual location. I've kind of held off on doing some of this stuff just because I don't. You know, I've been having fun just playing the game with people and not having to worry about doing contracts. But now, today, I was hoping we might have some friends on Fox Company who were willing, but oh well, it is what it is. Pull you with a rope while you're on roller skates. The good old days. You know, back in the day where you'd have your friends pull you while you're just pedaling your bike. Well, why get exercise now while you can do that when you can just have an electric bike that'll do it for you? And go like twice as fast as you ever would, or 3 times as fast. Yeah, standing on the pegs. Or just doing a wheelie the entire time while you're doing it.
Systems off. Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on.
Without helmets? Yeah. That's the way, that's the way we rocked as kids, right? We don't need protection. We got this. We're good. Everything is fine. I could do that. I was actually able to ride my bike for the longest time. Even really, really, really slowly. I was able to actually control. What the fuck is happening with my bone? See this? Apparently my skeletal structure has been dislodged from my meat. That's not good. Yeah, I used to ride around all the time. I'd have like a McDonald's cup or something in one hand, and then like a burger or fries in the other hand, just eating and drinking while I was going through. And I tried to get to the point where I could pop a wheelie without using my hands. That was extremely hard to do. I could get the bike like partially off the ground, but I couldn't actually keep it. Like, I couldn't get it high enough off the ground with enough force to make that happen, unfortunately. What's the closest place to here? Where am I anyway? Actually, let me ask that question first. Patch City? Where's Patch City? Alright, we're going to Monox. We're gonna go find some worms and deliver some plushy goodies to the worms and hope they befriend us. Or not. There we go. There's a little bit of lag there. Did I call that? Oh no! Well, poor decisions were made. Dude, Radio Shacks, those were the places to be. I really enjoyed going to Radio Shack near my house, looking at all the cool electronics at the store and being like, wow, this is awesome. And then I went to a Fry's for the first time in California, and my expectations changed my life on what electronic stores were. If anybody knows what a Fry's is, they were like micro centers, but bigger.
Shields off.
And I just couldn't fathom. Like, I was so blown away by Radio Shack as a young kid, and looking at all those electronics for the first time and trying to understand what half the stuff was, and then went to that Fry's and I was like, I don't know what any of this is. It's the right tree. I got you. You didn't even ask that time. You miss Radio Shack? So do I. I remember going there all the time. When I was in college, Radio Shack was still around, and I had an internship in Arkansas. And Radio Shack was the only place in town where I could put in custom lighting and get the parts that I needed for custom lighting to fill in my apartment at the time. So I became very familiar with the person at Radio Shack there. Those were great stores. Only they would ever make a comeback like Blockbuster someday. Maybe not. Who knows? Also, don't worry, Tree. You're doing better than I am because I haven't ridden in a while. I have my bike, but it's currently sitting in my garage, and it has been for 5 years because where I live. There's a ton of hills, and a crotch rocket, which is what I have, would not do very well around here. So I need to eventually sell that, and I want to get a bike that sits lower down to the ground where my center of gravity is more centralized, and I don't have to worry about like easily tipping if I misjudge a turn around a hill. Plus, I also want a Harley. Yo, what are these like? Am I like gaining actual rep here doing headhunter hauling, or is something else happening? What is this? That's... So headhunters don't actually have a branch for hauling. They just have a contract. That sucks. Okay, well. And now I'm here and Red Dawn or whatever it is. It's not here. That's fantastic. Absolutely great. Maybe it's an unverified? Question mark? Nope. Although 66k for 10 SCU is actually pretty good. No joke. Let me see, since Ruin Station is near another planet that actually has some good stuff. Let's see if we can get something there. You enjoy yours, you're a little more upright and feel like you have more control than leaning over the gas tank. Yeah, see, mine was I had to essentially lean over the gas tank all the time. Also, it was it's a 2005 bike. It's a 2005 Gixxer. Personally, I just got tired of having to lean forward to drive. It was fun for a while. It was a fun little like entry bike just to try, but I definitely learned that I would rather be more comfortable. Do I feel Harley quality is worth the price? For me, I go more off of looks and what the bike like actually looks like what I want it to. Do I think the bike looks cool? And then I start investigating like the quality. The Nightster for the longest time was what I was really interested in getting. It was on my radar for the longest time. That was also when I got my first bike. A gold wing? Oh yeah, my aunt and uncle had gold wing. Gold wings. They both had a gold wing. They actually used it to drive all the way through Canada, all the way through DC. They lived in California. They drove those things everywhere. They had like almost as much miles on those bikes as they did their cars. They're the ones that actually like convinced me to get into motorcycling. This is fun. I never actually owned a gold wing, but they did. I think they still own both their gold wings actually. Wow.
Quantum travel complete.
All right, let's see. Oh, derelict. Huh? I don't think I've been here. Question mark? Maybe I have. I don't know. All right, I clicked it. Okay, there's a bit of a delay there. Do they still sell gold wings?
Travel engaged.
Honda? Yeah, they still sell them. You get 4K miles a year. Most commutes on your e-bike. When I rode my motorcycle all the time, I would drive it at least once a week to and from my job. One, it was fun to drive on the highway. I got to go over a bridge and water, which bridges and water bridges don't really scare me, even though they're sometimes a little hard to control. Is if they're perforated or have splits in it or whatever. But it was fun to just drive that. And it only took me like 20 minutes to get to and from work too. I also had a really fun experience with our manager, our like landlord manager for our job there, where he's like, you can't park a bike in a parking spot. You're taking up a parking spot with a motorcycle. I'm like, dude, I drive here in a car 4 days a week, so if I'm riding a bike or I'm riding a car, I'm taking a fucking spot. Like, why are you complaining, dude? That seemed to blow his mind for a moment when I told him that either way I have to get to work and park somewhere. And he didn't put two and two together until that moment. Okay, where is the super suit? Here's one. Okay. Yo, this place is kind of wild, actually. I don't think I've ever been here. Oh, we a little low there. I love these rocks. These rock formations are so cool. Alright, how close am I? Alright, we can get a little closer. Why not? Boop.
Landing complete. Launch complete.
There we go. Nailed it. Nope, didn't. There we go. A Laconia. For Motorcycle Week, the 100th anniversary. Laconia? Oh, you went to Laconia. I don't actually know what that is. What is that? Do I have my helmet on? I do. Good. Or is it Laconia? Because I read it like there was an O there. Please don't come up. I send it. No! You're right. The elevator's broken. No. I don't like loud bikes. When I first got my bike, because I got it off a police auction, it was really loud, but I retrofitted it with a much quieter muffler, so I didn't have to hear it all the time. So if I get a Harley, I know Harleys are known for, like, you know, their unique sound and all the tailoring and tuning they do for ensuring that they sound like Harleys. But you can also, because I went there and talked with a handful of them, because Harley often sponsors the training course you need to take in Florida to get your motorcycle's permit and license. And when we were talking with them, one of the things they do is let you tour their facility, and that included the location where they actually tune the exhaust. And that part was pretty interesting in how they do that. Trying to go all electric? Yeah, I've got an electric car so far, you know. I got a daddy Tesla car. I consider that my fun car. I got a Performance Model Y, and I really enjoy driving that. Let's see what this is. What is this? Laconia. Annual rally held in New Hampshire. Ooh, fun. Yo, why do you sound like you're dying? Chill. I love the shop. This is dope. Finally, an actual shop that doesn't have anything. Lovely. Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. Lush. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Sometimes you find the randomest things. Who wants a space slug? Or a rat on a stick? But they don't have any, like... I was trying to see if they have a better backpack that more align... Oh, this is the only one they have. Whatever. Which is what I'm wearing. Have you ever driven down to Daytona Fest or whatever it is? With all of their motorcycle gathering that they have. Tree. I got almost all yard equipment and maintained 5 acres. I recently bought a Ryobi electric motor. Ryobi electric mower, and did that, and then I realized that it doesn't work on my yard because my yard is on a hill. So it is unfortunate, but I do love it. I just wish I had a flatter yard where I can legitimately use it. Oh, you have Ego? Nice. Is there any functioning fucking elevator here? Or are all the elevators broken? Also, it's hot as crap. Not super knowledgeable on motorcycle. Shit. My ex was the one that was really into motorcycles, but then we broke up, and you went to classes and got a license. Nice. And it's changed your life ever since. Now, you ride everywhere. You enjoy the wind in the hot summer days. Everything blowing. Making you feel hot as shit. You do? Nice. Oh, you mean like... Ah, I see what you're saying. You know what? Fuck it. It's just... Why not? Oh, I believe you. Look at this, a little home away from home. If only they threw a bed here. If you could actually sleep in this, that'd be funny. I know, Tree. I've seen your motorcycle. It's incredible. I can just imagine what I don't know what you look like on it, and like, yeah, they're a babe. Huh, that looks like it's usable, but it's not. I'm finding myself going into loop mode, and I don't want to. I need to find a functioning thing. Not ego fanboy, but all battles are swappable. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta find, you know, it may not be the solution you want, but it's the solution you need if you want to do a specific thing. And that's essentially what I did with my car. Like, I wanted a Model S plaid, but I couldn't afford it. You know, $100,000 car and all that jazz. So instead, I went with the next available option, was the Model Y Performance, which I could afford at the time. Yeah, exactly true. I never had any doubt in my mind that was any different than what you just said there. What is this? Oh, there's an elevator. Let's go cool down underground, shall we? That was weird. What the fuck? Okay. That doesn't work. See, Tree, I always imagined you, just every time you talk, the first thing I imagine as a person is Danny DeVito. And let me tell you, he's like the babiest of babes. So I just imagine that every time you speak. You got a decision on the Tesla truck I ordered at the beginning. I don't know, it's hideous looking. Okay. I like Tesla. I like the cars. I like what they're doing in terms of redefining the industry with automation and whatnot. What I don't like is the Cybertruck. That thing is the ugliest fucking thing on the goddamn planet. And I will stick by that till I die. That will be the one car I would never buy from them. Or one vehicle, I should say. Plus, I also, was not expecting that. Also, I can't move forward here. Can I lay down? I can. Hello. Are you okay? You look like you need medical attention, good sir. It's a hideous truck, but serves everything you need. What? Need? I understand that. You can clip that. You should be able to clip it. I got clip abilities here. That's the one thing Twitch forces me to keep, is clips. Oh, really? Oh, get wrecked. Wait, you've been following for more than an hour. You followed like... What time is it? Oh, no, you didn't. Never mind. You're starting to approach like the 40-minute mark. Don't worry. I save my VODs, so you can always go back. Well, who goes back in VODs, right? I mean, who's got time for that? Okay, can't go that way. Good to know. I'm half expecting somebody to be outside near my ship since I can't hear anything down here. Or waiting at the top of this ladder to kill me. One 140-ish? Got a little bit of time still. Oh, that's why that... No! What are you doing? ¿Por qué? Go! Out! Vámonos! There we go. Sweet. Oh. Whoa. What the fuck was that? There it is again. Look at this. It's a pit. Everything's dark right here. They can't tempt me. Yo! This is a bug. That's fucking wild. Can I explain why? I think there's an invisible wall here that is making me invisible. You know, I've had a lot of things said about me because of my voice. Danny DeVito is a first. Your voice isn't what makes me think of Danny DeVito. It's just how you say and phrase everything. That's what makes me think Danny DeVito. The sexiest man alive. I'm gonna take a picture of that. Or not. My PC is not PCing. Wait, you guys can't see this anymore? What the fuck? What just happened? There you go. There we go. Now everything's working for some reason. Alright, so we got a picture there. We got a picture there. I know you guys can't see me doing that, but that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm gonna create an IC about this, even though it'll probably never get used or recognized, or my movie's not gonna work. Danny DeVito from Yes. Danny DeVito is just Danny DeVito. There's no specific Danny DeVito that exists other than Danny DeVito. Why? What is happening? Like, can I just go to Pyro 1 or something? Like, what the fuck? Alright, the game's gaming. I tried to figure out where I am, but I cannot. What I could do, actually, is this. Let's do this. Boom. That's where I am. You see. Okay, done. That's not it. Actually, let me take a picture of this. Sorry, this is the whole part of testing stuff. You know, I like to be somewhat accurate. Boom. Done. I really enjoy that these NPCs are walking around, though, here. That's pretty nice. Danny DeVito is in Edna mode. Love Edna. The greatest. Absolute greatest. Your call sign? Are you Edna? No way. Hold on. Where are you? Are you there? Oh, Danny DeVito. Yes. I will advocate for you to be Danny DeVito to Xandal, and it will happen. It'll be done by the end of the day, when Xandal comes back in like 5 months or whatever it is. I don't even know what he's doing. I don't know if he left yet. I kind of assumed he did since he hasn't been around. It is dark as shit here. It has to be given, not chosen. Exactly. I'm giving it to you. You are Danny DeVito. I don't think any of the elevators here are gonna work. Since the one elevator that brings me down to the ground doesn't work, or under the basement doesn't work, my guess is the rest of the freight elevators aren't gonna work here either. Unfortunately. So I think this mission is a no-go. Also, how the fuck? Oh, here we go. I'm glad that they fixed all these locations on Pyro 1, because almost all of them before you couldn't enter any of these buildings. They all had like missing interiors and all this other stuff. So it's good that they fixed it. Beanie! I'm gonna need that. And those. Need all the nutrition you can get here in Pyro. What are those? Bontra gloves? He mentioned he was healing and back to more work now, but that was more than a week ago, last I heard. Yeah, I thought he said he was essentially, once he got healed, they were gonna ship him off. That's at least what I thought was happening, but maybe he's just going in and out every day of work and trying to get used to not sitting around doing nothing all day, healing, you know? I do have the power to change your Discord name. That is very, very true. Let's see, actually. I don't even, like, where? Huh? Let's see, you post in barracks all the time, right? Somewhere? Nope, that's Frixie. Thought you posted in here all the time. Off-duty pup. That's right. That's right. You're an alcoholic. I forgot. There we go. Oh, they changed the interface. Add a friend nickname? Wait, did they change it? It says friend nickname. I'm saying a lot of good things. What can I say? Let's see. Wait, you're... Wait, aren't you a mod? Can't you change stuff too? I thought you were a mod. Or are you not a mod still? Yeah, I don't think I can change your name because you're a mod. Because it's not giving me the normal option to rechange your name like it does for other people. Like if I go, let me go to barracks. Let me see Hannibal. Yeah, so I can change the nickname for other non-mods, but you can, if you change it, I'll definitely advocate for it. That shit would be funny. All right, I think we're kind of at a loss here since none of these elevators are working, and I've just found myself running around practically just looting, doing exactly what I said I didn't want to do. So I guess we gotta find more stuff to do. More people to kill by delivering packages, you know? I love these rocks. These rocks look absolutely incredible. All right, here we go. We're gonna fall down for a sec. There we go. Are you gonna make a backstory about Danny DeVito work? Very carefully. Danny DeVito, the badass motherfucker. Who went through and was a part of the first raids against the Zandul and wrecked their life. And then he retired and wanted to be a badass still, but not supporting the UE. So now the only thing you wreck is brothels and a bunch of assholes and fire. Wreck that ass. All right, anybody around? Anybody? Oh, there's a huh? No. Damn. Well, that's disheartening that we can't deliver what we want. But nonetheless, we're here. Yeah, I guess all right, well, let's make our way back to Stanton then. If that's gonna be the case. I'm actually surprised. Like, I was expecting to at least run into one player. That was actually my hope, was to literally run into one player and enjoy like some sort of interactive experience with them. But as we can see, there's no players in Pyro. Pyro is just a mythical place that everybody thinks is bad, but just has a bunch of friendly people, mostly NPCs. Fire would be a victim. Fire is always the victim. We always got to make him the victim and everything. Oh no, Port Olisar. Who posted that picture? Yo, why is the gravity like super dense here, or am I just... Oh, I'm at like 20. That's why. I was trying to figure out like why the hell am I not flying out of atmosphere this fast? All right, let's go to the Stanton Gateway. While we're... Never mind. Let's not go there. I need to get gas. Also... So I'm kind of in between stations here. What is this? Checkmate? Let's go to Checkmate. Yeah. You want to be the victim with him? I think we all want to be the victim with him. I know, see? Exactly. Exactly. we need the Zaddy Daddy. We need to treat us right. Oh no. I slipped and accidentally dropped something at the same time. Let me bend over and get it.
Quantum travel engaged.
Yeah. Gotta do it for fun. Now it's a meme. Pretty boy Zaddy. Alright, well, I was hoping to play some music here. I will be right back. I'm just gonna go grab something. Why is on here? Yeah. Shut up. Oops. I'm gonna go grab some more water real fast, so that way Tree can forever spam hydrate without spamming hydrate. And I'll be right back. I did buff up my intermission, so hopefully this works and doesn't kill everything. But we'll see. Here we go.
The airless moons of Clio, across the icy tundra of Microtech, on the land grab craters of Hurston, we have searched for her. Through the derelict station debris fields, from the rust-filled piles of brios, in the broken valleys of Daymar, we have searched for the savage. With her head in a sack, we'll get our 50 million. From the quantum tunnels to Terra, to the chaos canyons of Pyro, in the scum-slick taverns of Grim Hex, we have searched for her. In the barrow chambers of Levski, on the high-rise walkways of ArcCorp, through the diamond dust of Daymar, we have searched for her. We are hunting the head of Hanselina the Savage. With her head in a sack, we'll get our 50 million.
Our mission in sight, we're the shield for the weak in the cosmic fight. So rally together, our banners held high. For the Ranjin defense, we'll soar through the sky. For Ranjin defense, our courage ignites. In the depths of space, we're the warriors of light. No fear in our hearts, we stand tall and free. We're the strength of the stars, it's VDS, you see. To the fighters, the brave and the bold, in the realms of Star Citizen, our stories retold. With loyalty strong and resolve that won't bend. Together forever, we're VDS till the end.
Oh shit. There we go. I figured I'd just let that play out since you were enjoying it. But I'm back. We're not even gonna, we're gonna be ballsy and land on a pad. When are we gonna film a photo shoot day with Phil? I would love to do that. I think it'd be fun. The very end of that song where it has the guitar riff in such a short little like 3-second sting, that to me is something that I want to turn into like the stinger for like all of our videos we put out, because it's kind of like super intense, really catchy, and is like perfect for everything that VDS really is. Yeah. I spent many a times with a tool to try to help me get that just the way I wanted it to sound, and it sounds really good. I'm a just perfect landing, nailed it. Zandal knows about it. Yeah, I posted it in Barracks a long time ago, a very long time ago. Hey, who's that? RK777 7998. You missed it? I think it may have, when I originally put it out, you guys were kind of on your hiatus there. Let me drop this contract since this is not really doing anything. And then we're gonna officially jump. Wait, did I finish fueling up? I wasn't paying attention. How much fuel we got? No, I just paid for all of that and didn't even finish fueling up. God damn it. Understandable. I don't know what happened, but I totally get it. Sometimes it just happens, you know? And that's okay. Let me see. Is my quantum fuel just bugged? Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so it is fixed. It's just showing it's not. All right, now we should be able to jump. Hopefully, we'll see. Boop. There we go. Here we go. Yay, and I'm happy for that. I'm glad you're here. We're having, as long as we're here to all have fun, I'm all for it. I'm glad that you came back to the community. Man, I keep having to clear my throat. Although, circling back around, I really do want to try to get like a VDS video. Like I know a handful of people like trickle in every once in a while when I start my stream. I have like an 8-minute intro to my stream. There's a reason for that. One, I put a lot of time putting the video that I have at the very beginning of my stream together to kind of like bring people through a journey, and there's a lot of hints in Fox Company all within that entire thing. From the Children of the Singularity to their dispute with the UEE and a handful of things like that. And then there's also the fact that because I'm multi-streaming to 4 different platforms all at once, I use that time when my stream is starting up to actually go through and make sure that every single stream is doing good health-wise. So it gives me time to get prepared and make sure that my stream is going to be good. So it kind of works out. And what I want to do for my other character that I play, who's not Ava, when I'm actually playing with VDS, I want to build an intro using that VDS theme song specifically for him, so I can like play that on those streams so people know who I'm playing that day. So I like using intros to say who I am in my streams. And then I guess I could throw some text and words up too, like Saber does. Just so people know who I'm playing. But I feel like majority of the time right now, as we're building up the industrial side, which doesn't really seem to be building up right now a whole lot, we're trying to continue to be a little bit more involved there. But also the fact that VDS has been kind of like quiet for a minute, so I know you're trying. It's not easy. You know, most people try to... The thing that I've started to notice more and more as we try to build this community is people love to gravitate towards the streamer and whoever's like streaming at the time, and they like playing when they're around, but it's hard to get the rest of the community to actually play when the streamer's not on. So that's just something that we gotta work on. Also trying to make people aware of like specifically with Fox Company, like we created a new commodity area. Our goal with that is to essentially, if we have a community need within Fox Company, VDS, or whatever, we post a job rec there, and people essentially show what they're contributing to that job rec for the necessity. The problem is industrial side just doesn't have a whole lot right now. Even though it seems robust, it's extremely simplistic, and you can't do it a whole lot as a community. Because you can do almost everything solo right now. So that's why the other thing we're hoping for is like with engineering, when we talked with Zandal about like having Fox Company engineers, civilians per se, on their ships. I know we want to have VDS engineers as like leads, but until we start getting crafting in and we have a necessity, then we need something for like Fox people to do. And I think engineering would also be a fun little game loop for like repairing and getting things working that way. You know, running around on the ship to support the actual ship and make the ship seem alive, versus right now where you can literally just solo Polaris, you know. Man, who would have thought that hauling was so difficult? Can't get contracts. Good God. Uh-oh, I'm going backwards. Gotta make sure I'm not gonna go flying into something. Yeah, you've been busy with the children and all the rolling blackouts that you've been having. It's understandable. It's just, it's not necessarily just you, right? We're trying to get more people within the community to tag along. Yeah, I agree. I think, like, I know, you know, like Frixie has their kid that they try to take care of, and especially since it's summer and school's out, you know, a lot of them are probably pretty busy or on vacations or not here and they can't play and they're trying to take care of their kids. So I suspect that we're just gonna have to live kind of through some of the absence until like the normal work life and school and schedule and all that jazz kind of like pick back up, and we can now, like, those people have time to actually do other things because their kids are in like after school activities or doing other things with friends outside of school and all that jazz. And then fire. and Xandal hopefully will be more around. Yeah, I guess one thing I would like to talk to Xandal about is I know that they have an entire like leadership structure right now. I'd be curious to see. I just remembered that my audio, like, I've been trying to remember why it was so quiet. I'd be curious to see what their plan is for like what we have happening right now. BDS sheets? I don't know if it is, actually. I know, you know, I can go to their headquarters here and see who has access, and I'm pretty sure everyone within headquarters is considered a top level person. And I think maybe Frixie's is just an officer. But it would be great to have, if there's like a time like this where we definitely don't have a whole lot of people on, if we could get like somebody from VDS, even if it's like a officer like Frixie or somebody, just like taking the charge and pushing to have people engaged. Because I see Hannibal all the time jumping in the VDS Discord, and he's often like alone. And kind of the same thing with like Fang, you know, Soul Stealer's been trying to get people to be engaged, but I guess maybe it literally just boils down to that, you know, it's summer. Everyone's trying to have fun and enjoy time with their families. Yeah, go ahead, shoot it my way if you find it. You know what? I don't want to do hardcore. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Let me jump somewhere just so I can get away from here, I guess. Unless I can look up hauling missions here. All right, let's just take a look real fast. Contracts, do I have hauling options? I do. Cool. Interstellar. Pyro Gateway to Everest Harbor. Hey, look at that. 99. Any others? Do we have any other Everest Harbor missions? That just goes back and forth. I find it hilarious that they pay less in one direction versus the other. Any other Pyro Gateway pickups? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well, we'll just take that one, I guess. We'll load it up. I really... Bruh. Why is this more? It's closer. What? Bajini to Everest? For 87k. That's insane, dude. And it's less cargo. What the fuck? I guess so. Like... Damn. Alright, well, I guess we'll collect over here and then we'll go to Everest and then we'll pick something else up. I need to cancel this. Oh, I really hope I'm not sliding into an asteroid here.
Quantum travel complete.
Yeah, it's understandable that people play more games than just Star Citizen. And I know a lot of games, like really good games also recently just like came out. Like Dune, you know, people, I know Frixie and them were playing Dune for a while. And there was also a handful of people that were playing Gray Zone in the cuck chair for a long time there. And you're still playing Wilds? Nice. Yeah, I just can't wait till we get to the point where we have like something just going on all the time within the community, so that way if anybody ever wanted to join, no matter what the time is, they could do so, you know? Broken Arrow? I don't think I've ever actually heard of that game. What is that? Or is that just like an add-on to Wild? Or like DLC. A war simulator? Oh shoot. Did not know that. Alright, we gotta figure out our life here. Instead, we gotta figure out a life here. Thank you. Let's try to make ourselves less fat. Alright. There we go. Everything's fine. Oh, we're really far. I have so much space. Damn. Perfect. Nailed it.
Engines off.
Really? Interesting. I'll have to... I'm actually curious to see what that really is. Like, is it a modern war time simulator, or is it specific to... like World War II? I know that they love their war simulators. I also love that the names that they throw up for Gray Zone in their chat when they're playing it. It's absolutely hilarious. Oh, they made it so that way the door doesn't clip anymore when the ramp's opening. That's cool. Never noticed that they made that change. I need a little more hydration. Give me the hydration. Oh no, Frixie is in headquarters, so he's an officer. Interesting. Okay. Guess I just missed it in the list. Going down? Catherine, are you at the top level for hauling contracts? Oh, did I break it? What was that 12, 8 SCU containers, 1. All right. Well, that was useless. Forgot to actually click it. There we go. All right, everyone, behold the great Geo. And by Geo, I mean Atlas, because this is not a Geo, actually. See how fast I can actually load these. I asked Chase the other day, like, what his thoughts are and if he's used this recently. And for me, I used to be able to get it to work pretty quickly, but now I cannot. I don't even see, like, where the fuck I'm putting this. There's a grid, finally. Oh, they... What? Why don't I have the grid anymore? Like, what? Oh, I can apparently target the entire thing. That's kind of funny. Okay. What arms do I... Wait, what? What arms do you have on your armor? This is the... Hold on one sec, and I'll... Oh my god, I hate... Alright, I do not like, using the Atlas right now. I have the Lynx Core Violet set. It is very difficult to find. I had several people... I put out a job rec, essentially, to find it. And, some folks found it for me. So that's what I'm rocking now. But, yeah. I've found that, like, the Lynx Core Violet armor is not very easy to find at all. It's one of the harder things to find in the game. There's a specific purple set too, so there's something that's actually a little bit different than Violet. The Violet's the brighter kind. The purple one that they have is actually much darker. Because we've been able to find purple legs. I had a few people tell me that they have the purple legs, but no one I've talked to so far has the violet legs yet. So that's kind of been a little unfortunate. All right, can you go up here? Go there. You go there. And you go... Nope. You go there. Yeah, the moment I saw this set, I was like, this is what I need in my life. Yep. This is some good, amazing looking armor. We'll take it, all of it, wrap it up. And I paid, actually, probably way more than I should have for armor, but it's good. I'm glad I have it, because it's been something I've been trying to find for a few months, and some people finally said that they came across it in the verse and found it. Why is this thing such a pain in the ass to move, dude? Nope. There we go. There we go. Okay. Apparently there's like only specific spots I can put this stuff with the Atlas. That didn't even, it's not even where I put that. What? Come on. There we go. All right. Well, good enough. Yeah, there we go. Here, I'll get out here. Yeah, so this is the violet armor set here. So I asked for some help. They found the violet core piece, and they also found the violet arms, which I think, in my opinion, look incredible. If you look at the, what is it, SC Stone place where you can like look up this information on where you can find this stuff, the pictures that they have on there look terrible compared to what this looks like in game. The violet set looks absolutely incredible. So it's Link's core violet, and this is what I'm missing, the violet legs. I've seen the purple. The legs for them are super dark. The violet one is nice and bright, which is essentially what I was going for when I came across them. I really do like the look of this armor, and I personally try to stick to the light side in terms of armor, because I like a challenge, more or less. So I will always try to wear like light armor, or if I have to, medium armor. I never wear heavy armor. And more recently, I've been trying to limit myself further by not wearing backpacks unless I absolutely have to. Like for this instance, in order for me to carry the gun that I want, I need to have a backpack on, because with light armor now you can only have one gun slot in the back. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. That was, I believe, a more recent change in one of the later, or more recent patches. All right, let's make our way this way real fast, away from that, and try to rotate. We're just gonna not hit that wall. Don't pay attention to that. This is perfect. I apologize, ATC. Don't you worry. Everything is fine. My door is not opening. I love it. Am I in a queue?
Landing complete.
You put your max lift in your backpack and put it away by looking at your Mobi. Interesting. I didn't know that you could do that. Yeah, this is actually... this is the first time in probably 2 weeks I've actually worn a backpack. So I have really been trying to not wear a backpack in the game. Also, side note, if anybody has the helmet that looks like this, except the front of it, oops, sorry. I'm being crazy here with my keybinds, I'm sorry. The front of it has cloth also going across the front. If anybody has a helmet, I will buy it. Like, immediately. That is a helmet that I've been trying to find in the verse, and I have not found since, like, 3.18. After they stole it from me. And by that, I mean the game. You'll keep your eyes open? Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, will this fucking thing open? Oh, I'm at Pyro. That's right. I forgot. They really need to fix this. I really actually should probably keep this up, so if I get followed, I know who's following me. I'm going to Everest. Everest. The city in the clouds, Everest Harbor. Sounds about right, right? Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Oh, water sucks. It really, really sucks. Now, Tree, I just want to make sure that you're aware. If you've ever watched the movie Waterboy, and I create Gatorade, if I create a hydrate sound, I'm 100% going to throw an audio on there just like that. And it's gonna be them making that back and forth. Your favorite run is doing stims from Magnus to Everest for 101k. So I haven't done commodity trading in quite a while. My go-to for before we had all of this, you had to manually load it stuff, was doing Riyari McGrath or McGarth or whatever it is, and just trading it directly to the Microtech TDD, because that one netted me, I think, like 250k per run, and it only took like 20 minutes. That was before we had the whole thing in place for us to do that, with the dynamic economy for that particular type of trading, and it being limited based off how much we sell at any given time. It's a Kovalex cargo run. Oh, so it's a mission. Speaking of missions, while we're here, I think I can still look up hauling. So let's look up hauling. Let's see, is this one still here? By Genie to Everest, bruh. All right, we're on our way to Everest, so let's find Everest. Well, I could do those. I would rather do the expensive one, but I also want to just do one stop. I don't want to do multiple stops. Apparently there's no Everest Harbor though. Seraphim, blah blah blah. Wow, there's literally no Everest. I think I had one that said Everest, and it was a double stop. Seraphim and Tressler. Ugh. Oh, there's you have the same edger. Oh, wow, I can't read. You have the same energy as the girlfriend with the sign, "Want me to kill them?"
Quantum travel complete.
Well, he's... Oh, yeah. You know what? Again, I can imagine that as Danny DeVito popping up around the corner. You want me to kill them? Aggressively pointing at the sign, smiling. Alright, let's go to Everest. Yeah. I'll have it at the next rep level. Interesting, because it's only 101. I'm at like 99. I guess going above 100 SU, you have to use
Engage. Quantum travel.
This is where they start popping you up. Sorry about that. A little tired.
Travel engage.
Okay. Quantum travel engage. I should have stopped. Oh, there's a ship here.
Contact.
And a contact. Interesting. It's a Polaris. Lovely. And it's looking right at me. Bye.
Quantum travel engage. Quantum travel complete.
That was a fun situation. That could have been very not so fun. Luckily we got out of there before things got hairy. Good thing they didn't have a mantis there or something to immediately keep me from jumping, because that could have been really bad. The UEECG. What are you? Miss Daphne. It's an M? Yeah, it's an M. Oh no, that's a K kit.
Shields on.
Why can't I scan it? Let's see if there's anybody on it. There's two people. Oh, there's one person. Mako 7667, and they're running cargo on an Idris. Bruh. That's funny. Where am I going? There I am. Yeah, I guess I need to continue building up my rep with Kovalax. I've done a few missions a while back, and I just haven't done a whole lot since, just because we've been focusing on kind of just playing the game. And the way that I like to play the game, I usually try to play the game with others and have like make our own gameplay outside of necessarily running missions nonstop. And then when I don't have people to play with or anything else to do, I'll run missions and possibly try to create my own gameplay if things are working. Build it.
Engines off.
Okay. That was a choice. Oh, now it's come back.
Landing.
Oh, wait. Is it stabilized? I think it's stabilized finally. Okay, the door was not though. I'm looking forward though to the day where I can actually fill out this entire cargo thing. And it's somewhat easy. All right. There we go. In the Atlas. You know, Stanton is definitely a lot more stable than Pyro in terms of graphics. That's for sure. I have a much higher frame rate here than I did in Pyro. Alright. Boop. Boop. Unloading. 10 out of 10. This is super fast. Definitely would recommend for unloading everything. Like, look how fast I can do this. God damn. Don't even make it look pretty. Just deliver the cargo and we're done. All right, so this is where the real value of what the, there we go. This is the real value of the Atlas right here. Being able to quickly unload everything. Loading, on the other hand, appears to be a different story. All right, there we go. Almost done. Almost there. Boop. And boop. I think that's it. Damn it. One more. Ugh. Wherever. I don't even know if you're on the grid. Perfect. Look at that. We unloaded this thing super fast doing that. That was awesome. Okay, we got it all. Boom, done. Turn it in, and we will call it good. All right. Let's see. With that said, I do need to be up at the crack ass of dawn, so we're probably going to end it here. We're going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today. 3 hours instead of 4. It probably would have been 4 if I didn't take a nap the moment I got back home from work because I was so tired. But nonetheless, thank you everybody so much for coming through today. I appreciate all of you. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Arcane for being here the whole time. I send it. Tree, thank you for the follow. Kemi, always a pleasure talking with you, man. And Catherine, thank you. You guys are a wonder to talk to while I'm here. I appreciate everything about y'all and for coming by and having conversations with me. Don't really talk a whole lot, but I managed to talk a whole lot during this stream. So why am I drifting? Again, thank you. And I'm gonna probably send you all over to lovely being here. Thank you. Lovely having you. I'm gonna go ahead and send you all over to I can't spell. The foxiest of individuals that are currently on. Not gonna do our little ending thing. Let me see if there's anybody on Kick that I can host. I don't even think I have anybody watching on Kick, but that's okay. Still find somebody. Let's see. Or not, because apparently I'm not doing anything. Wow, there's actually people watching on the Kick side. That's crazy, bro. You know what? Let's send it to that guy. If I can remember how to spell his name. Nope. Alright. Alright, you guys have a good one. I will talk to all of y'all later. Peace.